All right, good morning, Thailand. My name is Alex.
And I'm Jay.
And we have some news updates for you from around the land of smiles today, this Wednesday, January 22nd. But please remember first to subscribe to our channel, The Thaiger. It really helps us out a lot.
It does.
Now, today, we will be talking about a fatal pitbull attack in Nonthaburi, pushback against Thailand's visa-free policy for Chinese tourists, and a little later, a horrific fire incident killing dozens at a Turkish ski resort. But first, we're here in Bangkok, as a Bangkok road rage incident has turned deadly. A tragic road rage incident occurred on Sukhumvit Road near Nana, Bangkok on Tuesday afternoon. A food panda rider, Mr. Ritasak, 48 years old, confronted a car driver, Mr. Seri, 30, after an earlier collision. Witnesses say the motorcyclist tried to negotiate, but the situation escalated when the driver punched and stomped on him. As Mr. Ritasak attempted to flee, the driver pursued him with his car, hitting his bike and causing a fatal crash. The driver was arrested near the scene, and police are investigating the case, while the food panda driver leaves behind 4 children and a wife.
Yeah, this news is going viral all around Bangkok, Thailand, of course, but extremely disturbing, extremely crazy how far it escalated. It wasn't just as simple as a road rage. I mean, the man went out of his way to hurt this person and eventually kill him.
Yeah,
it was murder.
Well, this is why I always tell people in these situations, yes, of course, the victim, it's a huge tragedy for his family, the livelihood is lost, that kind of thing. It's also something that I say, like, this is why you have to be careful on the roads, because you never know when someone's going to snap and turn murderous, as it did in this case. And because, you know, everybody behind the wheel of the car has a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
And it can be used when they snap to the worst of ends. Anyways, the book will be thrown. This guy is going to be in serious trouble, but just really tragic and unfortunate news. Interesting little shout out too. A lot of this news story was provided by a friend of the show, Friso, of Bangkok Community Help. So unfortunate that he had to witness that, because it's a pretty traumatizing event. But thank you for sharing the story so that we can get the word out about it.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move on for now to our next story, which is another unfortunate story regarding a pitbull fatally attacking a monk in Nonthaburi temple. A horrifying incident unfolded at a Nonthaburi temple where a pitbull fatally mauled 46-year-old monk Pra Banadin. The monk's lifeless body was discovered early on January the 21st in his quarters, showing signs of a brutal attack, including severe head injuries and a missing wrist. The pitbull, adopted by the monk over a year ago, had shown previous aggressive tendencies. Concerned about the monk's absence, a disciple discovered the body and alerted authorities. Police are investigating, and the monk's body has been sent for a post-mortem. The future of the dog remains uncertain, with the temple hesitant to keep him. This marks the second fatal dog attack in Thailand this month.
I don't know what to do with the dog. I think we know what to do with the dog. Like, I think anytime a dog, kills somebody, that's probably grounds for euthanasia. And unfortunately, look, this happens all the time. I know plenty of people that have pit bulls and they love them. They're great. Yeah. But it seems like this kind of story, when it rears its ugly head, there's a common denominator. And this aggressive breed is one of them. And I don't know what, look, I'm probably going to get torn apart in the comments for saying that. But at the same time, what do we do? Like, this is one of those things where bred for aggression, right? Like, dogs have been bred for all sorts of different attractive qualities, right?
Yeah.
Like, we have hypoallergenic like labradoodles and things like that. I would argue that bulldogs and pugs probably have no right to exist because of their breathing problems and things like that. So is this dude? I don't know.
What have bulldogs and pugs done to you?
No, I'm not blaming the dogs themselves. I'm blaming the humans for their hubris and playing God with these selective breeding programs. So in any case, I don't know. Let us know what you think should be done, guys. What should be this dog's fate? For me, it's pretty clear in my mind. But gross, tough stuff, man. Ugh. Anyways, sad story. Moving on. More drama here in Thailand. A French student has been arrested for explicit social media content. A 26-year-old French student identified as Mr. K was arrested in Bangkok for posting explicit videos with Thai women on social media. Police raided his Chatuchak condo after investigating his activities, uncovering electronic devices and adult toys. Mr. K admitted to filming and sharing the content, claiming it was a youthful mistake and had ceased over a year ago. However, authorities charged him under computer crime laws for distributing obscene materials and damaging Thailand's reputation. Some women involved were reportedly unaware that they were filmed or that the content was shared. Authorities urged potential victims to seek legal help. A childish mistake. He's 26 years old.
Yeah.
Good God. And also doing this without even the consent of the women. Like, they didn't even know they were being filmed. In many cases. So, ew. Pretty disgusting stuff.
Consensual.
No, it might have been consensual with some of them, but many of them were not.
Oh, then that's absolutely wrong. Yeah,
Definitely not okay. So, also sex toys not legal here in Thailand either.
That
so
is
being
true.
caught in possession of those
a lot
too.
of people forget. Yeah, sex toys are illegal in Thailand.
Yeah.
I saw the comment about harm to Thailand's reputation, and I was like, okay. Let's go with that.
It's like, the least egregious of the offenses, in my opinion. But certainly an egregious violation of these women's privacy and just disgusting behavior.
No, yeah, absolutely.
From someone definitely old enough to know better. This is not like some teenager. He was 26.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyways.
All right, we're gonna move on to some more unfortunate news coming from Thailand. Toxic air in Thailand as it faces a severe air pollution crisis, with PM 2.5 dust levels reaching hazardous levels in 70 out of 77 provinces, including Greater Bangkok. Samut Sakhon reported the highest pollution at 144.8, far exceeding the safe threshold of 37. Bangkok and nearby provinces also recorded dangerous levels, while only 7 provinces, including Mae Hong Son and Krabi, had safe or moderate air quality. The smog, fueled by agriculture, burning, vehicle emissions, and industrial activities, poses serious health risks. Residents are urged to avoid outdoor activities and wear masks, while critics call for stronger government actions. Asking people to work from home for a couple of days will not solve this smog.
Also, we're still here in the office, but
we are.
It was really bad this morning, and
got an itchy eye. If that makes
I'm like
sense.
my sinuses are affected. It's like this is this is one of the downsides of living here in Southeast Asia in general. Pollution's a big problem in many parts of Asia.
Look, we've been here for many years in Bangkok and in Thailand. I'm not kidding. Just on the ride, I live less than 5 minutes away from work. I started sneezing when I came back. When I actually arrived at work, I sneezed at least like 5 or 6 times. And I was like, wait, what? Do I have a cold? What's going on? No. It's just 5 minutes of that pollution got me all, I've got an itchy eye. I'm sneezing and sniffling.
Yeah, I'm struggling to make it through.
Yeah.
Like, it's
not good out there.
No, it's not, and it continues to be big news here too. Like, so I'm just, I don't know, hoping to hammer it, like, so that people are just extra aware of it. But it seems like we go through this every year, and not much happens. So
in the morning now, when I wake up and I open the curtains, I can't see the building. So I've got a good view because I'm on quite a high floor. I can't see anything because it's just full of fog, which I thought was fog. It's actually smog.
Yeah. I walked out today and I thought that there was like a fire somewhere. It was so thick. I was like, is everything okay? Like, just normal apparently. So, stay inside, guys. Wear some masks out there. It's bad for your health right now. All right. Moving on to our next story. We got a classic Thaiger story coming up on deck.
Here we go.
Police have subdued a Russian woman with rubber bullets after an EDC Thailand frenzy. All right. A Russian tourist, Marina R., was subdued by police near Nayang Beach, Phuket, after causing a disturbance post-EDC Thailand 2025 festival. Reportedly under the influence, no doubt, she attempted to enter a home and later wielded a knife, threatening officers and bystanders. Despite mediation attempts, she escalated by turning the knife on herself. Horrifying. Police used rubber bullets to disarm her, ensuring public safety without serious harm. Good on them. Marina was taken to Thong Hospital for treatment.
Yeah.
Authorities commended the professional handling of the situation, highlighting the challenges large festivals pose to law enforcement. Marina was due to return to Russia on January 27th. scary stuff. And yet again, I love seeing the Thai police being able to de-escalate a situation without anybody getting seriously injured. It's something I bring up time and time again. And as an American, it's just shocking to me how many of these incidents where, like, you know, knife-wielding woman in America, that woman is gone, right? She is dead. But police here in Thailand are much better about trying to find ways to de-escalate situations and then relatively non-violently, I guess this is still violent, but disarm her, stop her from hurting herself or other people. And actually, what I love about it, they send her to a hospital for treatment, right? So mental health care is kind of a priority rather than punishment in this case. At the same time, can't be breaking and entering with a knife and threatening people. So we'll see if she faces any punishment for her actions. Yeah, I guess you got to be careful with your substances, man, going to these festivals because, yeah, it can end in not great times for a lot of people.
Well, yeah. All right. We're going to move on to our next story, which is regarding possibly bad news for Chinese nationals to Thailand. Now, Thailand's visa-free policy for Chinese nationals is under scrutiny due to concerns over its misuse by organized crime groups. Senator Police Lieutenant General Wan Chai raised the issue, suggesting that crime syndicates exploit visa-free entry for unlawful activities as neighboring countries crack down on similar groups. Deputy Defense Minister Kun Natapon acknowledged the risk but emphasized the policy's aim to boost tourism. Proposed alternatives include a visa on arrival system requiring proof of accommodation and itineraries to enhance scrutiny. Authorities are also addressing illegal border crossings and potential complicity by Thai officials. The government seeks to balance tourism growth with stricter security measures to protect public safety and national integrity. It's national integrity, Alex.
I mean, honestly, it's all about the money, right? Like, China brings in tons of tourism dollars here, so it makes sense that they want to do that. But at the same time, all of these
crime syndicates.
There are. Like, it's real. Like, these kidnapping situations that we're talking about, usually these are run by, like, Chinese illegal organizations, right? By masterminds that are operating outside of China and sort of coercing people to do their crimes for them in other countries. So it is an issue for sure, but is the solution to sort of like punish the rest of the Chinese that are just coming to enjoy Thailand and all of its amenities? I don't know.
What's the Chinese? Is it the cabal? The Yakuza? No, Yakuza Japanese.
The triads.
The triads.
That would be the Hong Kong sort of, but I guess they exist in China as well. They must. Yeah, but in China, it's, I mean, a lot of these people have government connections and state connections as well, so who knows? And what the solution is, time will tell, I guess, what Thailand decides to do in this situation. That is it for our Thaiger section of the news. We are heading into the ASEAN section, where we are broadening the scope of where we are gathering our news from, because, you know, ASEAN, not a whole lot happening some days, but unfortunately today there's big news coming out of Asia Minor. We are off to Turkey, where unfortunately a hotel fire at a ski resort has killed 76 and injured dozens others. A devastating fire at the Grand Kartal Hotel in Turkey's Kartalakya ski resort claimed at least 76 lives, including children, and injured 51 others early Tuesday morning. Most victims reportedly succumbed to suffocation. Of the 238 registered guests, efforts are ongoing to identify the deceased. 9 individuals have been detained as part of the investigation. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan announced administrative and criminal probes to hold those responsible accountable. A day of national mourning will be observed on Wednesday. That is today. Yeah, so this occurred in the middle of the night, which is why this ended up being so deadly. It was around 3 a.m., I believe, something like that. And, not a lot of opportunity for the people to escape and avoid, suffocating. Hopefully, God willing, maybe many of them in their sleep, so they were even aware of what was happening. But a heavy death toll, one of the worst fire accidents in Turkey. Hearts go out. That's all that can be said, and hopefully they can figure out what the hell happened so they can prevent it from happening again in the future.
All right. For now, we're going to move on to our next story coming from Cambodia, as Cambodia Prime Minister refutes claims of involvement in Kimya murder. Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet refuted allegations of government involvement in the murder of ex-MP Lim Kimya in Thailand, emphasizing that Thai police have linked the motive to personal conflict. Cambodian authorities swiftly arrested and extradited the suspect, former Thai Marine Ekalak. The Prime Minister dismissed accusations from overseas opposition figures, highlighting the illogicality of extraditing the suspect if Cambodia were complicit. He condemned the killing and extended condolences to Kimya's family, affirming that Cambodia has no role in the Thai investigation but stands ready to assist. Thai police have also issued arrest warrants for Cambodian nationals, and for their alleged roles in orchestrating the crime. There's 2 of those men.
Yeah, so this, of course, is the story about the opposition leader who was sort of living in self-imposed exile, half French, like he has French nationality, Cambodian nationality. So the Cambodian government has been doing a big crackdown and you know, forcing the repatriation of dissidents back to Cambodia to face criminal punishment. This guy was very influential, had money, maybe was not, you know, he was able to evade that. But it's easy to understand why many people have suspicions about the government's involvement in his assassination because they have been cracking down so strongly on dissident figures. So they're trying to get out ahead of this, say that they're cooperating with Thai officials, they've extradited the suspect, and that could all be that could all be above board. But at the same time, because of their activities in sort of cracking down on opposition, you can kind of understand why the whole world is raising an eyebrow at this whole situation, because a major opposition political figure has now been gunned down in Thailand, right? Not even in Cambodia. So, yeah, tough stuff. We'll see what happens. All right, well, we have another weird story, of course, and this involves the incoming Trump administration. Now, a Trump envoy is floating a controversial Gaza relocation plan involving Indonesia. So, as the Israel-Hamas ceasefire takes hold, Trump's Middle East envoy, Steve Witkoff, has proposed relocating some Gaza civilians to Indonesia during post-conflict rebuilding. The plan, part of a broader effort to stabilize the region, seeks to address long-term challenges in Gaza and provide hope to its population. Witkoff is considering a visit to the Gaza Strip to assess conditions firsthand and ensure the ceasefire's success, while preparing to address potential disruptions from extremist factions. Trump's team aims to prevent further rebellion by improving conditions for Gazans and fostering lasting peace. We'll see about that.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, but I like that Indonesia just popped up out of nowhere. They're like, "What? Well, hold on. Why are we involved in this?" At the same time, Indonesia, very outspoken supporter of Gaza, so it kind of makes sense to put some political pressure on them to take in some of the refugees in that case. Curious your thoughts, everybody. What should Indonesia do in this situation, facing this pressure or sort of suggestion, I guess, from the Trump administration?
All right. Well, moving a little bit north to the Philippines as it arrests Chinese spy targeting critical infrastructure in Philippines. Philippine authorities arrested a Chinese national, Deng Yuanqing, and 2 Filipinos for allegedly spying on critical infrastructure, including military facilities. Operating under the guise of autonomous vehicle developers, the group used advanced surveillance equipment to gather sensitive data, such as maps and topographic footage, potentially for military targeting. Equipment seized revealed frequent surveillance near military bases, power plants, and police stations. This marks the second arrest of a suspected Chinese spy in the Philippines amidst rising tensions over South China Sea disputes. Security at military installations has since been tightened.
Yeah, Chinese
right.
spies all over the place. The little spy versus spy action here. Look, I mean, they kind of caught him red-handed. If they had all of the surveillance of like, oh, we just like taking pictures of police stations and military installations.
We have these radios. We just like to, you know, drive around and talk to random people on the air.
Just tourists.
It's fun.
You know, just normal tourist activities. Yeah, so arrested. Unclear what the punishment is for espionage in the Philippines at this point. They have arrested multiple alleged Chinese spies at this point. And yeah, this is certainly not the first we've heard of it in many parts of the world. Usually, when it comes to Chinese spying, they're much more prolific when it comes to corporate espionage, like spying on the companies and their technologies, right? And sort of like reusing those technologies for their own economic gains. This is a little more disconcerting because it's now this is military spying, right? Like
Yeah.
they're spying on military capabilities and things. So, things getting a little spicy in the South China Sea. Well, that'll do it.
That's
Yeah.
it. Ladies and gentlemen, those are some of the stories from across Thailand and ASEAN. Now you can find more stories on the Thaiger.com. Or you can join the conversation at...
ASEANnow.com.
That's Thailand's largest forum. For now, we're going to take a small dive into the live chat and chat with the online viewers.
Indeed.